Hello everybody, and welcome back to more of the 2005 Grade 7 Gauss. We're on question 21, so let's not delay, and we'll jump right into it. So this is the first of our Part C questions worth 8 marks, so they are correspondingly a little harder than the previous questions we've seen. Emily was at a garage sale where the price of every item was reduced by 10% of its current price every 15 minutes. That's a heck of a bargain. At 9 a.m., the price of a carpet was $10. 15 minutes later, at 9:15 a.m., the price was reduced by 10% to $9. As soon as the price of the carpet fell below $8, Emily bought it. At what time did Emily buy the carpet? Okay, so we have a range of options here. 9:15 for some reason is here, even though it's $9. They actually tell us that in the question. 9:30, I wonder how many people did that one, just because if you are not understanding the pattern, you think 10 to 9, then down to 8 every 15 minutes, then the next one would be 9:30, so I'm betting that's not the right answer. And then we have some reasonable ones, 9:45, 10 a.m., and 10:15. Okay. So, it's important to understand what's going on here and how is the price changing. So, let's go to sort of analyze that in our notepad for a moment. So, one thing to note is reduced by 10% is the same as 90% of. For example, $9 is 90% of $10, and it's also reduced by 10%. Now, the reason we might want to change it to this is because n% of something is the same as multiplying by multiplying by n% over 100%. Okay? So if I wanted 90% of $10, that would be the same as doing 90% over 100% times $10, which is the same as 0.9 times $10. And you can see all of these along the way, they're equal to $9. Okay? But if we do this, as opposed to reduced by 10%, what we can do is we can just grab our calculator, and we can grab our calculator. We can start at $10, then multiply by 0.9, and after 15 minutes, we got $9. We press equals again on most calculators. It'll do the exact same operation it just did, which is multiply by 9. So we'll multiply by 9 again. Oh, it doesn't do that on my calculator. Interesting. It did on my old one, but if I multiply by 0.9 again after another 15 minutes, I know it's at 8.1 or $8.10. Okay? If I multiply by 0.9 again, I can keep going, and I'll see how the price is reducing instead of stopping and trying to calculate 10% each time. Okay? So I can write these numbers down here and keep a little track. So we start at 9 a.m., and we've got $10. Then at 9:15, we're down to $9. And then after another 15 minutes, so now we're at 9:30, we multiply by 0.9 again, and this becomes 8.10. After another 15 minutes, we multiply this by 0.9, and we get 7.29, and this is finally less than $8. So she'll buy the carpet at 9:45. Okay. So making this connection between percents and multiplication makes this question pretty fast. Now, if you didn't know it, odds are this is sort of what you probably tried to do. And it's not wrong, it's a little more time consuming. So at 9 a.m., so this is what some of you out there might have done, we get $10. Then at 9:15, we do $10 minus 10% of $10. So we have to stop and figure out, okay, what is 10% of $10? Well, same sort of reasoning. It's 10% over 100%. It's 0.1. So this is going to be $10 minus $1. Okay. So that would be $9. But see how many more steps that took? And we're only at the 9:15. If you had started there and you go 9:30, okay, now we need $9, but we're 10% off, so we're subtracting off 10%. And we're doing $9 minus, well, what's 10% of that? Well, it's $0.90. So now we're at 8.10. So many more operations than just multiplying by 0.9 each step. And you'd have to do it again. Unfortunately, that would be the end of it. So that would be 8.10 minus, well, what's 10% of that? You sort of just shift the decimal place by 1. And you can come out to 7.29. So either way, it's 9:45. I'm pretty sure that was A, but let's go back and double check. Yep, A, 9:45. And that does it. That's question 21. Join me in the next video for question number 2.